Hey, it's Lee from Best at Losing. I'm here with more pickups. I had a kind of strange day. I was out alone, which is again a little bit different. I got a bunch of free stuff because I spent a little bit of money at a store. So I guess I'll show you the free stuff first. So basically, the store has just moved into a new location. I believe they are closing their old location, and they're just kind of trying to make their inventory, I guess, a little cleaner, we'll say. So they're trying to get rid of their sports games. They've got way too many sports games. They're just kind of trying to make room for better, more desirable products, because everybody who collects games knows that sports games are not particularly desirable. So yeah, for every something like $25 you spend over there, they'll give you a free sports game. And since I spent more than just $25, they gave me several sports games. So let's take a look. First game I got is Fight Night Round 3, and I don't know too much about this game. I haven't really played any boxing games. Ward Gotti are on the cover, so I know it's a little dated. Arturo Gotti has died several years ago, and Ward is retired. It looks interesting. I have a lot of sports games from different systems, just from back in the day. I don't really collect sports games, but when I used to have systems, I certainly played sports games. So I don't mind adding them to my collection, at least for free. They just kind of fill up some holes, some gaps in the collection, so it doesn't look too bad. I'm not a completionist, so it's not like I'm gonna go finish the PlayStation 2 collection, which is like 1,800 games or something crazy like that, maybe higher. But I don't mind that I got that. In terms of these games, they had several different systems. Right now, my PlayStation 2 is hooked up because I'm playing Suikoden. So I figured might as well get some PlayStation 2 games. If I get tempted into playing any games, at least it's already hooked up. I can try it. I'm really lazy normally. This is MLB The Show 2009. I basically tried to pick up the newest versions of games possible just to see as many players that are currently in the league as possible. I'm a big baseball fan, so sports fan in general. So I'll recognize all the names, but still I'd rather have teams of players that I still see today and kind of know a little better. But again, MLB The Show for free. Can't complain. Here is NBA 08 The Life, and I didn't know what The Life version 3 or volume 3 really meant. I thought this was just an NBA game. It might very well be, but it would seem that it might have this kind of like career mode where you develop a player and you kind of grow him into a player, a college player maybe, and then get drafted and all that stuff. So it's pretty neat if that is in fact the case. Maybe I'm just making shit up. I don't know. I haven't actually read the back of the box. Flipping it over like this is the first time I actually looked at the back of the box. So whatever. Again, free. Free is the most important part of it. And the reason it was free is because I did spend money on a game I actually wanted, which is this one right here, Truxton. Truxton, for those of you who don't know, is a top-down vertical shooter on the Genesis. It's often considered to be one of the better ones, and the Genesis had several good ones. Look at that cover. That cover is so good. This game is not complete, which is why I got it at a price where it's a little bit more affordable, because this game often goes for over $100, which is kind of annoying because I remember when it used to be $30, and even then I was kind of reluctant to buy it. So yeah, Truxton kind of has these very dark images, but as a shooter, it seems to be very, very playable. I recently played it for my first time. At least in modern times. I might have played it when I was a kid. I had some friends that had the system, but and it's a decent game. Very, very desirable. I'm quite happy to have it. I love the cover of Truxton. I don't know why, but this cover alone should be worth some money. Like I'd like to get this artwork on a poster. So that is the big pickup for the week. But so kind of nice to get the free games. That's a new promotion they're having. There's all sorts of different places that have slightly different kind of deals going on. This place doesn't usually have that many deals, so I was really happy to pick it up there. It's basically a store. I always mention 3 different stores. There's one on the Quebec side, and there are 2 in Ontario. One's in a flea market, and one's kind of just a regular store that I go to the most. This is from the Quebec store, and they're usually a little bit higher in prices in terms of lower games. So if you're looking for a $25 game, you might pay $30 there. Like they're kind of on par with eBay, sometimes slightly higher than eBay on kind of cheaper games. But when you get into expensive games like Truxton, or even more expensive games, like the higher you go, typically the better the prices are. I find their prices are very competitive with the other stores if you get into the higher end stuff. Because like I picked up a $100 game there that routinely goes for $140 online. But I guess they just want to sell. So they find a price point where they think desirable games that are cheap, you can probably get a couple extra bucks out of people. Less desirable games, or more collectible games, but that are much more expensive, that you have limited collectors, they'll lower the price a little bit so they can get rid of it too. So I don't know. That's just me guessing. But not a bad haul, especially Truxton. I'm most excited about that, obviously. But I like getting free games. If I can get free games with every single time I purchase games, I will have a huge collection eventually. All right. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.